what I hope is that it'll be a storm of inspiration. We're here to talk about safe space. Something that comes up a lot in the discussion about gay people is this idea of a lifestyle choice. And I want to talk to you about the word choice. I need a brave straight guy in the audience. Do I have one? Great, back there. Just shout out because we're a big room. How old were you when you first realized you were attracted to girls? 11. Okay. So, how old were you when you chose that you were going to be attracted to girls?
I didn't choose really.
Yeah. Yeah, you didn't choose really. Thank you for sharing that. And I think that that's really true because I don't think you can choose who you're hardwired to be attracted to. There's no choice in that. I mean, I cannot convince myself to look at a girl on the cover of the, Sports Illustrated Swimsuit edition and think, oh, she's hot. Or, look at Keisha and think, oh yeah. But, Kesha, sorry, thank you. The daughter's on it. But, I want you to think about it. Whoever you're attracted to, if you're a guy and you're attracted to girls, imagine, could you convince yourself to think that, Brad Pitt is sexy? Yeah, I don't think so. And, the girls the other way. If you're attracted to guys, do you think you can convince yourself to think that Kesha, thank you, is hot? No, not really. So I think that what happens is that there's a choice. There is one choice, and that's whether you're going to lie and pass, or whether you're going to be authentic. If your first name starts with the letter L, M, or N, please stand up. L, M, and N. Please. L, M, and N. Okay. 8%. That's about 8% of the student body. Please stay standing if you're standing. Thank you. Conservative estimates are that 8% of the US population are gay, lesbian, bisexual, or transgender. Now, I'm not saying, I'm not saying that the people standing, the L, M, and N's, are gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender. But this is a representative, statistically, of how many people should come out of this school. Now, stay standing, and I want other people to stand up. Anybody that's a non-white minority. Everybody that's black, or Latino, Asian, Pacific Islander, Native American, everybody who wouldn't check Caucasian are one of the silly forms of your endlessly filling out. Thank you. All right, so, and now I want all the women in the room to stand up. 51% of the US population are women. Stand up, every woman, please stand up. We're at 68%. And then you add in, you don't have to stand up with these, but stay standing if you're standing. Poverty, obesity, disabled, religious minorities, atheists, agnostics, people with no religion, nerds, geeks, goths, punks, too short, too tall, pimples, different accent, different clothes, anybody that's different. Look around the room. You know what that's called? That's called the majority. Thank you, you can sit down. I think that makes the point pretty elegantly that when you get together in a coalition of allies, you vastly outnumber what is perceived to be the majority in our culture. White, old guys. No offense to the few cool white old guys here. The civil rights movement, they knew this, and Martin Luther King said beautifully in his letter from a Birmingham jail, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. We're going to talk about language a little bit. Okay, this is what I like to call the ick factor. Raise your hand if you really, really, truly want to think about your parents having sex. Really? Okay. All right. And that's what we call the ick factor. Homosexual. That is how I wrote it because that's how it's heard when it's said. Homosexual. Sex. Right? But I don't really have a problem thinking about, I don't want to think about my parents getting it on, but I don't really have a problem with thinking about my parents' life. So what if we called it homoSEXual? It changes things, doesn't it? It kind of changes the whole tone of the conversation. Suddenly, we're not talking about sex. We're talking about love. And let me tell you, as a gay man, it's a lot about love. All right, show of hands. That's so gay. How many of you have heard this expression since school began this year? Okay, how many of you have heard it this week? How many of you have heard it today? Guys, it's only like 11:50. Jeez. No, it's 10:50. You've all heard it today. That's amazing. Okay. Last week I was at a school and a freshman, Paula, told me the story about how someone with her looked at something, a pair of shoes or something like that, and said, "Oh, those are so gay." And you know what she said? I loved her response. She said, "Well, I agree those shoes are stupid, but I'm not sure they're attracted to other shoes of the same gender." Get through high school, get to college, it'll get better then. That is not what this is about. This is about we have to make it better. If we want to create safe space for all of us, gay, straight, everyone, we all need to make it better. And you know, at the end of a storm, what do you get? A rainbow. And I really want to challenge you guys. Safe space at Valley High is not just in room U109 at lunchtime on Thursdays. Every one of you can have a bubble of safe space around you. If you go out and you're an upstander with your friends and you say, you know what, don't say that's okay. You know what, don't call that girl a bitch. You know what, don't say retard. If you guys go out into your world, into beyond this room, and you make safe space out there, you'll change not only Valley High, you'll change the world. And I really want to thank you all for listening.